Hey my loves, so today is a really exciting day. I'm literally in pajamas. It is like 1 a.m. in the morning and I can't get over this because I just did my first ever DIY video. Recently, I was trying to get my hands on the new Eyeshadow palette and I saw the absolute monstrosity that is the Kylie Cosmetics website. I do have a few of her like actual liquid lipsticks, and while I like them, it's not worth like literally spending hours trying to get the website to work. So I decided to show you guys how you can DIY it, do it yourself at home for not only cheaper, but it's a really cool and fun activity. You can make it your own, make it unique. I don't know, I just wanted to show you guys. And would this even be a DIY video if it wasn't part of a collab? So I have collabed with my friend Timmy Tomato before here on YouTube, and he knew I wanted to start doing DIY, so he asked me if I wanted to be part of this giant collab. And I'm really excited because pretty much everyone in this collab I've already watched. Like, they were already some of my favorite DIY YouTubers. So I'm gonna link everyone down below, but the people I am collabing with today are my real dad, Timmy Tomato, my other real dad, Alejandro Valdez, Rosalie from Rosalie Says Rawr, Breland from Glitter Forever 17, Clarissa from Clarissa May, Natalie from Natalie's Outlet, and Chrissy from Glamour Life Fox. I'm so excited to be part of this collab, you guys, so make sure to go and check out everyone else. You will not be disappointed. They are all really cool, really awesome people. And yeah, now I'm just gonna get into my DIY Kylie Cosmetics lip kits. Can you tell I'm excited? Let's go. So of course for this DIY, you are going to need some supplies to make it reality. Okay, so getting started with my DIY, I put all of the products into my mixture, and for this one I started off with the eyeshadow for this liquid lipstick. This was Party Girl by ColourPop Cosmetics, and I just basically broke off some of that with a knife, and then I put it into my little dish. I added a little bit of my foundation, then I used my oils. I used the coconut oil, just a little bit of that, and I really found that this was trial and error. Like, this process was a learning experience. So I used a bit too much oil in this first one, put in coconut oil, then vitamin E oil. This one did not turn out that pigmented because I used a little bit too much oil, but again, it was my first one, so I'm kind of mixing it together. So then I put the liquid lipstick into this funnel that came with my empty lip gloss containers, and it didn't work. I don't understand this. Some people say to get syringes. I also tried a syringe off camera. I didn't really feel like that worked. Honestly, I just wound up taking the dough foot that came with my lipstick containers, and I literally scooped the mixture, let the sponge absorb the product a little bit, and then I put it into the lip gloss container. Is it the cleanest way of doing it? Absolutely not. And I mean, are there better ways? Probably, but for some reason I could not get the syringe or that funnel to work for me. I don't know why, but here is what it looks like after I've gotten it in. So beautiful, so great. So moving on to my next one, I decided to use a blush this time. I used Between the Sheets by ColourPop Cosmetics. It is their Super Shock Cheek Blush. Did the same thing, foundation, a bit of that powder, a little bit of oil, then I added in my essential oil, and I think I forgot to mention that in the last one. I did add lavender into that one, and I added peppermint into this color. You can use essential oils. It is, of course, like up to you if you want to like add in that extra step. I found that peppermint makes it feel very cooling on the lips, and it's very, very comfortable. I'm a peppermint addict. I love the scent of it. I love the taste of it. It is everything. So having it in an essential oil is really nice, but it's not a necessary step. I put that in there as well. I mixed it up, and then I did the same thing. Actually, I wound up using my little dough foot for this one to mix it up. I found that that was really, really easy, and the dough foot is already going in the lip gloss container anyways. So I did that. I scooped it in my container, and voila, here is that liquid lippy. And I decided to do one more. I created KyMajesty, that really beautiful like metallic black color, and for this I used this City Color Shimmer Shadow in the shade Oh So Naughty. I will say I use, if you are someone who already has ColourPop shadows in your collection and you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna use this, I feel like this was a lot easier to use because the ColourPop shadows are almost like a creamy consistency. They're not quite fully powder. I don't really know what they are, for being totally honest, but this was a lot easier to use because it was powder. It really like dissolved into the foundation and the oil and stuff very easily. So if you have just like basic powder eyeshadows laying around, I do think that that works better, or powder blush or whatever, but use whatever you want. You can really make it work. You just really have to figure out what consistency is gonna be best for you. So now let's do some hand swatches, and then we'll do some lip swatches. All right, so here is the first one I created, and we're gonna do a quick swatch of that. Very close to my skin tone, if we're being totally honest. But it is pigmented. This one is a little bit more sheer compared to my other two, and I feel like you're not even gonna be able to see it on the back of my hand, but that is our first one. The second color, the one I'm wearing right now, I'm so proud. This one is gorgeous. Like, let's just do a little bit of a pass. Oh, yes, slay, work. When I texted these to Timmy, he said that they were lit sticks. If I ever have my own makeup line, I'm gonna have lit sticks, not lipstick. But that's that one right there. Praise. Last but certainly not least, I have here my version of KyMajesty. This one is bananas, and I feel like it's because that eyeshadow that I used for this is impossibly pigmented, but also this, I don't know, this one was just like my best one. I used a bit more foundation in this one, a bit less of that oil, and I feel like it had a better result. So if I could give you any advice, it is to use less oil than you do foundation and powder. And I really overcompensated with the oil because I kind of thought it would make everything stick together at first, but definitely use more foundation, more powder than the oil. There's no exact measurement here. I'm not professional enough for that, but yeah, here are how mine turned out. And now let's do some lip swatches. Okay, so the first color I want to take a look at was my equivalent to Exposed by Kylie Cosmetics. As you can see, Exposed is quite a bit darker and more pink in tone. Mine turned out much more of a fleshy color, so I do believe it would need to have a bit more brown and a bit more like pinky tone in it, but I am going to give it a try. Okay, so first lip swatch. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'm like testing out my babies. Well, that's incredibly pigmented, but I'm gonna have foundation lips. The consistency of this is a lot more like oily compared to the others. I think I really figured out with this one how much oil to use and how much not to use, like what was over the top. This definitely is my very first DIY, so I wanted to kind of show you guys that this one, not necessarily a flop, the color just wasn't quite right and it wasn't a perfect dupe, but that was the color I was trying to achieve. The one I am very proud of, I'm going to say, is my Koko K dupe. So this is the real Koko K. This is my color. As you can see, I didn't create quite enough for this tube. It's a little bit barren in there, but I'm insanely proud of this. I loved the texture of it so much. I think the color is pretty much spot on. It's a little bit more pink mine, a little bit darker, but very close. I feel like maybe it almost looks like if Koko K and Posy K had a baby. I don't know, I'm here for it. Are you kidding me? See, this one feels so much better too. It's so much more pigmented. I didn't use quite as much oil, so it's comfortable, but it's not like slick or wet. I really like this shade a lot, like a lot. This is a product I will actually like use in my day-to-day life, that I will put in my purse. I think it's such a pretty color. And honestly, on the lips, to me, it does look very, very close to Koko K. Like this is almost identical to how Koko K looks on my lips. So I'm really proud of this one. I think she turned out pretty good. Okay, so the last one I'm going to be trying is my version of KyMajesty, and I have not been able to get my hands on that one to show you the original, but I do feel like this is very similar, maybe not as metallic, but I'm going to give it a try. I will also say this is the most pigmented of the bunch. Okay, so again, I think that this one is the most pigmented out of all of the ones that I made today. I'm very proud of this. I feel like KyMajesty is more metallic, but I do think this is about spot on. What I'm gonna do with this one is layer it up. It's not fully dried yet, but I just want to see how it would layer, especially with that shimmer. I mean, I think it layered really well. It's not really bunching up anywhere, and it definitely made it more opaque. Overall, I would say that by this one, I kind of had the recipe down. I added more foundation and more powder than I did like oils, and that definitely, while it won't be as hydrating on the lips, it still is comfortable to wear, and also actually looks like a real liquid lipstick formula. So these two are my favorites. This one was a bust, but overall, I think I did pretty well. All right, so I popped back on my equivalent to Koko K, which of course is my favorite. Hopefully, I kind of shared some tips and tricks with you guys if you want to recreate this DIY. I do think it's a really fun and unique way to dupe slash DIY the Kylie lip kits as well as make them your own. Like, it's such a fun project. I had so much fun doing this. I never thought I would ever do a DIY on YouTube, but it was really cool. So I hope you guys do recreate it. Please make sure to tag me if you do. I really want to see you guys' recreations. And yeah, if you liked my first ever DIY, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you've not already. If you're coming from one of my friends' channels, then thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you stick around. And don't forget to go and check out everyone else's videos in this collab. They slay. You guys are going to love them. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.